Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today is Sunday, May 3rd, and I wanted to try and start a little vlog of my days off for you. I'm actually on my second of 6 days off. My husband has this week of work off on holidays, and so I booked Monday to Thursday off this week to get some things done and spend some time with him. But I also just happened to have today off from work and yesterday as well, so that made it a total of 6 days. Now I'm going to try and bring you along on some of my activities over these few days. My first day off was yesterday, Saturday, May 2nd, and there wasn't really much to report or much to tell you about yesterday. I just took it easy. It was a lazy day. I just basically sat around and binge watched a whole bunch of 90 Day Fiancé episodes that I had recorded on the TV. Now, it is Sunday afternoon. It is about almost 5 o'clock right now, I guess. I want to say I haven't even looked at the time, to be honest. I just try to look, but my Fitbit has a different screen on than the time at the moment, so I can't tell you. But I think it's around 5 o'clock. It's a bit windy out here. I just came home. My husband and I and Hazen, a young man from my work at Sobeys that works with my daughter and I at Sobeys, the three of us, we went to a Manitoba Moose hockey game this afternoon. They're in the playoffs, and they were playing the Grand Rapids Griffins today. It was game 2 of the series, and unfortunately the Moose lost 2-0. But I grew up in Saskatchewan, and in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, where I grew up, we had a WHL team called the Moose Jaw Warriors. And there's a young man playing on the Manitoba Moose this season named Braden Yeager, and he played for the Warriors. In fact, he actually was on the team in 2024 when the Warriors won the WHL championships for the very first time in the team's 40-year franchise history. So I've been a Yeager fan ever since, and technically the Winnipeg Jets own him, and he has actually been called up and played a couple Jets games in the last few weeks, but he's played this entire season for the Manitoba Moose, and now that they're in the playoffs, they played yesterday and today here at home, and so I said, okay, we're going to a Moose game. I'm not a huge hockey fan, but I am a Moose Jaw Warriors fan, WHL team, and I'm definitely a Yeager fan. So unfortunately they lost today. We were in the third row, and we got there in time to watch some of the warm-ups. I even managed to catch his eye at one point because my jersey, I have a customized Yeager Moose Jaw Warriors jersey. It's red, and I'll insert a couple pictures of it here after this clip. And I managed to catch his eye during the warm-up, and I think he recognized it as being a Warriors jersey because it's got the big logo in the center of it, and I think he even recognized it as his because it has his number on it, and he gave me a thumbs up and flashed me a big grin, and that just completely made my day. So it would have been better if they had won, but it is what it is. And anyway, so yeah, it was a good afternoon out, and we dropped Hazen off at home, and I think now we're going to go out to Lockport or somewhere and grab a bite to eat because I'm really hungry. My daughter's working till 8 o'clock tonight, so we'll grab a bite to eat, and then we'll go pick her up afterwards. So yeah, that's the first part. So this is filmed after the game, so what I'll insert here next are a couple of pictures of me in my jersey, and then some clips that I took during the game of the team playing. So stay tuned for the next part of the video. decided to come and grab a bite to eat at Skinner's out in Lockport. So here we are. Decided to take you out for a snack. It's gotten chillier out there. It's a beautiful spring day earlier, but now it's windy and getting a little cooler. Temperature's probably going to be dropping for the night at some point here. Okay, there's our food. We both got burger combos and got a gravy to share. You can see this place, Skinner's, was established in 1929, so it's been around a very long time. So this is how cheap the prices must have been here many years ago. Hard to imagine getting a hot dog, a cheeseburger, or any of these things for anywhere near that price anymore. And this place has been around almost 100 years, so back then things were much cheaper. I don't know. I'm looking at the different flavors here. I don't know. I usually just get the regular, but I don't know. Look at all the different choices. There's so many options. I don't know.
And it was mint and the licorice, you said?
Yes, please. So here's my ice cream. Mint chocolate chip on the bottom and blue licorice on the top, and I can't film for very long because it's already starting to drip, so I got to get busy and enjoy it before it leaks all over the place. But it looks delicious, although it is over $6 for a double scoop of ice cream, so that was it better be good for that price, but it is yummy. It is Monday, May 4th, 4:50 in the afternoon. Yes, it's May, and what you're seeing on the windshield, that's snow. I mean, it's like plus 4 degrees Celsius, so it's above zero, so it's not going to stick. But come on. Mother's Day is less than a week away, and it's still trying to snow. I mean, I get it. I live in the Canadian prairies, and anything can happen in March especially, and even through April. And winter definitely hung on through April, but even in May, you can still see some snow flurries. Doesn't mean I've got to like it, though. So anyway, that's one thing that's happening. I also got I found this in the mailbox today. So I've got to fill that out. The 2026 census, I'm going to have to fill that out for my family. So that came in the mail today. I'm going to have to work on that. And, okay, yeah, so it is Monday and it's almost 5 o'clock. This is my third day of 6 off, and my days off are just flying by. They're going to be over before I know it. It's been another pretty busy day of appointments. I went to a clinic today. It's kind of a walk-in clinic, but it's one that you can actually book appointments ahead online at. And so I had booked an appointment for early this afternoon there to get a prescription refilled because I am in the process of trying to switch to a new family doctor. I've been with my current family doctor for a lot of years, but he keeps canceling appointments right, left, and center, and it's just really hard to get in to see him. And one medication I'm on, I'm nearly out of. And one previous time, a year or so ago, I had gone there to a doctor and had them refill the same prescription, and they were fine with that because it's been something I've been on for a couple of years. So I made an appointment there for that, and that took all of 5 minutes. That appointment was very quick. They're going to fax it to my pharmacy, so that is done. And then I came home, and I had to leave again just before 4 o'clock because I was going to a 4 o'clock chiropractor appointment, and I'm just home from that now. Now, I have made a call to, there is a medical clinic near the Sobeys that I work at. There's a sign saying they're taking new patients, and one of my good friends, her adult son, goes there and likes the doctor there. So I called them this morning and I said, so how do I set up like a meet and greet with this doctor and see if I like him? And she said, well, that'll be by phone. So he's actually supposed to be calling me this evening to chat, and we'll see what kind of questions he has for me and kind of go from there. And then my daughter needs to run to Walmart this evening, so I'm going to probably have to duck out at some point this evening to take her there. And then tomorrow morning is when I go and see the surgeon for a consult regarding my knees. It's an early morning appointment, and I don't do early mornings very well, but when they give you an appointment with this guy, it's hard to get in to see him. He books pretty far out, so the fact that I'm getting in only like after like a 7 or 8 month wait as opposed to like a year wait or so, I'm not going to argue with that. I'm going to take the appointment, even if it is early morning. So that'll be tomorrow. And there's not much else on the go tomorrow other than that appointment in the morning and physiotherapy in the evening. But the rest of the day, during the rest of the day, Tuesday, tomorrow, is pretty open. So maybe I'll do some cooking or baking at home or something. I'm not sure what else I'll get up to during the day tomorrow. But yeah, today's been fairly busy, just mostly with appointments, not really a lot on the home front. I have to go out to Walmart tonight, like I said, and then maybe I'll do a load or two of laundry before bed tonight. I'm hoping to do some baking though this week. I do want to make some muffins or a loaf of some sort. I'm not sure what yet, but anyway, that's what my Monday has been like so far. So I will touch base with you guys a little later. Okay guys, it's 10:30 Tuesday morning and we are at the Chevrolet dealership picking my car, or my husband's car up rather. It's only about a year old, but there had been a check engine light, well, not check engine, but a code, like some light that had come on some months back, and he finally got it in to be looked at, and they had already cleared the code, so they had a bit of a fun time trying to figure out what it was to get to the bottom of it, and they fixed whatever the issue was, and we're here picking it up. It's been a day already here. It looks like rain on the windshield, but it actually has been snowing again. There's a lovely Canada Goose in the parking lot here. And yeah, started off our day. Had to leave the house at like 7:30 in the morning. You can go ahead and start driving if you want, it's fine. We had to go to for my consultation with the surgeon regarding my legs. First had to go get x-rays of both of my knees done, and then met the surgeon. And both the sports medicine doctor and my physiotherapist had said that originally they felt that I would probably be told, yeah, you're a candidate for surgery, but not yet, you're too young, because of the whole thing of how you probably will have to do a second replacement in 10, 20, 30 years or whatever. Because, you know, they say that typically these things only last like 20 years. But actually the surgeon said, no, he said, it's your call. He said, both of your knees are bad and you are a candidate for both knees. You pick whichever one is the worst. We didn't make any decisions today, but he basically said, yeah, you could wait because sure, it might have to be done a second time, but his thinking is why not get it done now while you're still young enough to enjoy the benefits of a new knee. So, and he figures if I get the left one done, that the right one, it'll take some of the pressure off the right one. So we'll see. And he thinks I would only be off work for like 3 months and then I could ease back in part-time to work. Again, we'll see. We have lots to think about because I don't think that I have short-term disability coverage at work for being off. So that could be potentially almost unpaid time off. It would be about a 5 to 6 month wait for the surgery. So now we have some decisions to make. So we did that, went home and waited for a shuttle to come pick us up to bring us here to pick up my husband's car. We have done that. And now it's 10:30. I have physiotherapy tonight at 7:30. And other than that, there's not a lot on the agenda, except I should probably go down to the optometrist's office and pick up my second pair of glasses that I ordered a while back, pay those off and grab those. And I don't know. I should go home and do laundry, maybe do some baking. There's a part of me that wants to just duck into the nearest HomeSense and go browsing around there, but we shall see. So I will update you as the day progresses and see what comes next.
The glare is way different.
Yeah, especially in winter when the sun doesn't get as hot.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Now I have 2 new pairs of glasses.
If I don't have my sunglasses, man.
I like the little bling on the side of them. They're kind of pretty. Yeah.
I call them, people think I'm weird, but I call them mullet glasses. Business in the front, party on the side.
Oh, there you go. Okay, now I'm in a HomeSense. I really should not be allowed in this store. There's too many cute things in here. Looking at these lunch bags, these are adorable. That one with the bees or this one with the flowers. Oh, I like that picture. That's pretty. Let's turn this way. Got a bunch of Canada Day stuff out already.
Oh yeah, could be. You make money right after.
There's a great big gnome up there. Highland cow and it squeaks, but it's because it's a pet toy, so.
Oh, like.
Oh, it's so cute though. This guy here is heavy. I did grab this gnome for Canada Day. It's the only one of its kind that I saw. So many fun things. Let's see, I gotta go find my husband. One more dish towels. I wonder if I can find a Canada Day dish towel with a gnome on it. Some Mother's Day ones. All right, it's 1 o'clock now, and we're not home yet. To take my daughter to work at 3:30, but right now we're at Shoppers Drug Mart. My husband just went to the dentist's office to pick up a tax form, a receipt from everything that he paid in dental work last year to use on our income taxes, and now he's going to the Shoppers Drug Mart pharmacy to get the same form from them for what he paid on prescriptions last year. In Canada here, April 30th is technically the deadline to file your taxes, which, I mean, we are a few days late, obviously, but that's more of a concern if you owe. And typically, habitually, every year we get a refund of some sort. Not usually a lot, but usually we don't owe. So, I mean, if we were somebody that was in the habit of owing every year, then yeah, it's really important to get it done by April 30th because you're going to owe, and with every day that you're late, you're going to be paying interest. But because we typically get refunds, you know, whatever, if we don't get it done till June, no big deal. So I think these are like the last couple of papers that we need. He had to have some pretty extensive dental work done the last couple of years, so he got that printout from the dentist's office, and with that he got a couple of prescriptions. And he filled them here at Shoppers, so he's getting the printout of what he paid for prescriptions. And I think that's just about the last of the forms that we need. There's a few things I need to calculate at home as far as what we paid on some of my appointments. Some of them were things that were direct billed to my insurance, but there's things that I paid up front and then got reimbursed. So I have to calculate my portion of it. And then once I've done that, and I compile that whole list together, then I can contact the guy that does our taxes and get that in motion finally. So that will be good to get that refund back. It'll probably take about a month after we file. So after this, we're heading home, and then hopefully I'll get some laundry done, some work done around the house, drop my daughter off to work at 3:30, and then physio at 7:30 tonight. And this is day 4 of my holidays. It doesn't sound like much of a holiday, does it? Lots of errands, lots of doctors. Tomorrow's another busy day, and then Thursday's my last day of holidays, but that's a much quieter day. I'm thinking that might be more of an at-home day for the most part. So we shall see. Let's see how the rest of the next couple of days go. Saturday was a binge watch day of 90 Day Fiancé. So that was a quiet day. Sunday we went to the hockey game, so it was mostly pretty much a restful day. So not bad. It hasn't been non-stop crazy, but I knew that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we're going to be pretty busy with doctors and different other appointments. So I'm not too surprised this is how it's gone. Alright, let's get his boxy going. His box, we can get her those drops. Mini box, and start some laundry to get the dryer going. Come on, Floyd. He's getting sick of this. I'm sick of these eye drops twice a day. But come on, my guy. That box. There's a towel up here. Yeah, that towel's gonna be washed, so the other ones.
Sorry, bud.
Well, he hates wasn't. But no, your eye looks so much better, man. You're looking so much better, sweet pea. Oh, don't get that eye lit up. I know you don't like this. 2 drops for you. 1. Good boy, you're doing great. I know you don't like this. Over a week of this already, 10 days already. Shouldn't be too much longer. You look so much better. There you go. I don't see any more crusty fur. How's the other eye? That's, oh no. Yeah, you want to go. The other eye looks good. Yeah, he looks good. Good job. Good job. Slide down. Back in your cage you go for now. I'll let you out later once we get all the laundry off the floor. Because otherwise, laundry's on the floor. You're going to make a mess. You're going to get into everything. Alright, thank you. We'll do another one at bedtime tonight. I wash straight here if I can reach. Some boxes on the floor that are in the way. Almost on the pods. Every pod, so I'll switch to the liquid detergent now. I think.
You're not even putting stuff back in the corner?
No, probably not. I'm gonna add a little bit more liquid detergent just because I don't feel like this pod's get enough subs. Pretty soon, the way he's healing up, I don't even know if he really needs to go back for a follow-up with the vet. Maybe it wouldn't hurt, but if he's healing up good, he might be just fine the way he is. Thanks for doing that. Alright, so load fluffing in the dryer. Start this one in the washer. Just never stops. I tell you, there's always something to be done. I haven't really done anything on the home front on my days off this week. There's always something to be done. Too many doctor's appointments and other things happening. Alright, I'm gonna get this laundry folded. Alright, it is just before 4 o'clock. I am in my store. I dropped Rachel off to work. She starts at 4 o'clock, and I had a prescription to pick up at the pharmacy because I had gone to a clinic yesterday to get a medication refilled because I'm having trouble seeing my family doctor. So I just picked that up, and then I ran into my supervisor on the floor who said that the schedule is posted on the wall upstairs, so I'm going to go check my schedule. So that's what I'm doing. It is Wednesday morning now. I've just come back from the hair salon where I got my bangs trimmed a little bit, and now I'm making myself a fruit smoothie. I've got some yogurt in there, some cherry yogurt. I'm going to put some 1% milk. I've got a little bit of berry flavored protein powder in there. Apparently we have a goose honking in the background of the house. Don't mind my husband. He's getting over a cold. And a whole bunch of different frozen fruit that I've thawed out in the microwave. So I'm going to top this up with some milk and get this going. And by way of update, my strawberries are finally sprouting, and finally the peppers have. I was about ready to give up hope on those guys, and they have finally sprouted. Here are the cucumbers and the sugar pumpkins. So yeah, but I was quite surprised. And these flowers, these nasturtiums, there's only a few of them that have sprouted, but they're coming along slowly. I was about ready to give up hope on these peppers though, but finally they have sprouted, and so have the strawberry plants. So that is good. Alright, so there is my smoothie. Looks good. Got some raisin bread in the background I'm going to put in the toaster. And yeah, looks good to me. Especially with the protein powder in there, that'll help give me a good boost for the day, hopefully. It is Wednesday afternoon, about 4:30. I am at the Mission. Just briefly here, I'm dropping off a bag of donations. These are for soup containers that they can use in the evenings after evening chapel when they dish up soup. So yeah, I'm going to go see if any of the residents that I know are here and pay a quick visit while I'm here. It's 4:30. I was at a doctor appointment this afternoon, so I didn't get a chance to come earlier. Otherwise, I would have stopped in during drop-in and helped volunteer. But I'll go see if there's anybody here that I know. Don't see anybody in the kitchen. They're probably getting ready to serve supper to the residents soon. Oh, I miss this place. I wonder if any of my jam's still in the fridge, or if they finished it all. I don't. This is the fridge for the residents and the volunteers and staff and stuff. I don't see my jars, so maybe it's gone. Maybe they've eaten it up. Means I'll just have to come in again and bring more. Alrighty, so it is Wednesday. Like I said, Wednesday afternoon. It's about 5:30 right now. It's been a busy day. I had an appointment this afternoon with my doctor at the sports medicine clinic that I go to. He is the one that referred me for the MRI of my left knee last year and my right knee more recently, and referred me to the surgeon regarding possible knee replacement surgery. So I usually follow up with him. In the meantime, I do my physiotherapy once or twice a week, but I also see this doctor every few months because he, as part of my pain management, gives me cortisone injections in my knees. So today was the day. It's been 3 months since the last ones, and he gave me the injections, and I hate those things because the needles are huge and they're painful, but I like them in the sense that after about 2 days or so they should kind of kick in, and then I'll see some pain relief for a while. So that does help. So I still don't know exactly what we're doing as far as the knee surgery. The surgeon basically is willing to put me on the list right away if I so choose, but being a part-time employee at Sobeys, I don't think I have short-term disability coverage. So that would be potentially unpaid time off work, and I'd be probably off work at least 3 months per knee. So, and we wouldn't be doing both at once. They would be done probably like a year apart or whatever. So we really have to weigh that out financially if I can afford all those lost wages. At some point it'll have to be done, but right now we're probably just going to hold off for a little bit longer. So in the meantime, I'm continuing the physio and doing the injections. And then probably by the end of this year, I'll probably tell the surgeon, yep, go ahead and put me on the list. Or maybe by next spring, I'll tell him to do that. Whichever. But sometime in the next year, we'll give him the go-ahead to put me on the list to do the left knee. And then from the time I say yes, it'll be about 6 months after that till surgery. So I had to see him today. In the meantime, we're going to keep hanging in with these injections and with physio to get me through. But so we did that, and then I had another appointment, and then after that we stopped over at the mission that I volunteer at. But I didn't get to the mission until, because my second appointment ran till almost 4 o'clock, so we didn't get to the mission till almost 4:30. Drop-in is weekday afternoons from 2 to 4, and I didn't get there till 4:30, so there was no volunteering for me today. Drop-in was over, but I was able to go in and drop off a bag of donations, and I caught up with some of the residents that I know and love dearly, and was able to have a visit with them for a short time. And then now I'm home. And now we're about to head out for supper. My daughter is taking me out for an early Mother's Day dinner because I'm off on Sunday, Mother's Day, but she's working all weekend. So this is probably our best chance to go out now because she's going to be working the whole weekend. And we all know if you try to go to a restaurant on Mother's Day without a reservation, you're good luck getting in anywhere. So that's where we're headed to now. Okay, so we are out for supper at Salisbury House, which is a Manitoba chain of restaurants. My daughter is paying tonight, at least for myself and her anyway. Not sure about my husband, but it's a early Mother's Day dinner basically. So, because she's working this weekend, I'm off on Mother's Day, but you know, restaurants on Mother's Day trying to get a place or a reservation will be just about impossible. So they have all kinds of good stuff.
Hi there.
Okay, so there we go. I didn't want to film the server, so they have what's called nips. Let's see if I can find that. That's their signature thing.
That's
yeah.
okay.
Chicken strips, gravy, coleslaw, honey dill sauce. Yum, yum.
Thank you.
And there comes yours. All day breakfast for you. And I forgot my garlic toast, and he's got the all-day breakfast happening. She's got this giant hot dog. It's a hot dog, rather. Nip platter. Hot dog nip or something?
Winnie dog.
Yeah, there you go. Winnie dog. Okay, that's what it's called. Look at that. Well, we're hungry, so it's time to eat. Alrighty, it is Friday, May 8th, and my holidays are over. So I'm back to work today just for 2 days, Friday and Saturday, and then I have Sunday off, which is Mother's Day, so that's not bad. And then I work again Monday, and I have a couple days off next week that I have for appointments. But anyway, yeah, my 6 days of holidays are done. These are my Mother's Day flowers. I got them a little bit early. My daughter and I both work at Sobeys, and she went up to the store yesterday. She had to work, and she was buying some flowers to give to a coworker, and Sobeys flower delivery had just come in, and so she had the floral department put a small bouquet together for her coworker and then also set some aside for me. So she said, you know what, the flowers are in, and Sobeys has said they're not getting any more in today or Saturday, so prior to Mother's Day. What they got in yesterday on Thursday is what they'll have in stock for Mother's Day weekend. So if she waits till Saturday to buy them, they'll already be 2 days old. So she decided to buy them while she was there. Plus she's working this weekend too. So she bought my Mother's Day flowers yesterday and brought them home. So it's a mixture of roses and some spray carnations, different colors. I've kind of arranged them in my vase a little bit. They're already opening up really nicely. Look how pretty they are. So those are really nice. And she did say she has a card and a small gift for me too. And I said, well, wait till actual Mother's Day to give me that if you want. But anyway, so that's my flowers. And then finally, my strawberry plants have finally sprouted. And finally, my pepper plants have sprouted as well. They were like the last to come up, way later than everything else. And they are finally up. So that's good. Strawberries, especially, I knew the strawberries on the package, it said the germination was longer, so that's fine. I kind of figured they would be slower coming up. And then on the left side of my counter, kind of off to one side here, are the rest of the plants, and they're just going nuts. So I didn't bother filming anything yesterday about day 6 of holidays because it wasn't all that terribly eventful. I didn't go anywhere. I did laundry. And I spent well over 4 hours on the computer yesterday. My mother-in-law passed away in October, and we are interring her ashes at the end of June. She has a spot that she prepaid for at her at the same cemetery as her own parents were buried at. And so they're doing it at the end of June when the weather is better and when more family can come. So in the meantime, I had agreed to work on either a PowerPoint or slideshow of some sort of photos for that. So I spent a good 4 hours yesterday. I'm basically one of the people in the family that takes a ton of pictures. So I have lots to go through. So I started going through my old computer. I was going to do it on PowerPoint, but that computer was bought in 2010 and it still runs Windows XP, which is no longer supported. So I'm thinking maybe instead I might use a different program to make the slideshow and just put it up here on my YouTube channel and just make it private, just to send the link to the family. But we're doing that so that we can play that at Mom's celebration of life after she is interred. But I take so many pictures, like I was literally in folders yesterday in 2014, so I've got a ways to go yet. But trying to go through every folder on my computer and see which folders have pictures of Mom in them and stuff. So that was my final day off yesterday, was laundry and 4 hours of working on the computer, which is a labor of love. I don't mind doing it, but my eyes were bug-eyed by the end of the evening. So anyway, just wanted to show you before I get ready for work what my flowers look like and how my plants are coming along as well. So I'll wrap this video up shortly and then finally get it uploaded. And then you'll have to stay tuned because we got paid this week, so we'll probably be doing a grocery haul in the next few days as well. So stay tuned. All right, guys, it is Friday, May 8th. It is 9 o'clock in the evening, right on the dot. And yeah, it's time to wrap up this vlog. So sometimes when I try and do vlogs, they end up lasting like 2 weeks. So, but this time, this one is specifically meant to be for what I did on my 6 days off, basically. So I'm trying to wrap it up because my last day off was yesterday and today is my first day back to work. It was busy in the store. It is Mother's Day weekend here in Canada. Well, in the US as well, I guess. But it's Mother's Day weekend, and that is a busy weekend at the store. Lots of flowers being sold and all kinds of good stuff. And yesterday was the first day of the new sales, so, you know, it's just a busy time. But because it's busy, the shift went by quick, which is always good. So anyway, I just wanted to wrap this video up. I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. Look into my 6 days off, if you will, although some of the days off really weren't really days off. They were pretty active, pretty jam-packed with doctor appointments and other appointments and stuff, but just a glimpse into my world. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you did, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and make sure your notification bell is turned on. My husband and I just got paid this week, so I'm in the process of working on a grocery haul video as well, so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up in the next few days probably. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a comment down below, and we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you next time.